Registan Square. So what is Registan? Registan means sandy place. There used to be a river here, and the river dried out and it left a lot of sand. So that's the place where all three madrasas were built. If you will look back on the road from which we came down here, this is the level of the 20th century. This is the level of the 15th century. So about 6 meters difference, and difference is 5 centuries, you see? So the old buildings, they're sinking, they're going down, and the new buildings, they're building, the city is just being built from all over again. Because today it is 21st century, but it was built in the 20th. That's why we count it as the 500 years between the centuries here.
Yes.
So 3 madrasas. You know what is madrasa, right?
Yes.
The high educational institution, and the first madrasa which appeared here, which was Ulugh-Bek's madrasa. So Ulugh-Bek was the learned man. He was astronomer and mathematician who built many madrasas everywhere around Mavarannahr. And of course the most beautiful one and the biggest one was here in Samarkand. Do you know what is minaret?
Yes.
The tower.
I don't know the purpose of the minaret.
Oh. So about the purpose of the minaret. So originally minaret, it appeared much before Islam appeared. When it appeared, it was used during the Great Silk Road. You know, every 35 kilometers there was the caravanserai. You know what is caravanserai? Yes. So it was the complex of different buildings, including the bazaar, the mosque, stables for the animals, so the hostel, everything that was inside. And to find that caravanserai, there was the minaret built next to caravanserai, and on the top there was light. And that light, it showed the way to the caravans to come closer to caravanserai, to find it. So that is the original function of the minaret. So in Islam, minarets were used for another purpose. So the muezzin, it is a person who has a very good voice. He goes up the minaret 5 times a day and he calls all people for the prayer. So this is the original function of the minaret in Islam. But you can actually see the difference between the functional minaret and between the minaret which was built just for the decoration. When you see the balcony on the top, you will see the one like that in Bukhara. It means that this is the functional minaret, that muezzin, that person, he went up 5 times a day and he called people for prayer. When you see minarets like that, you see, without any balcony on top, muezzin couldn't go there and call all the people for prayer because there are no windows, there is no balcony on the top. It means that it was built here just for the beautiful decoration, because minaret is part of our culture, part of our architecture. Whenever you build any buildings which are mosques or mausoleums, you will always build the minaret nearby.
It balances the building symmetrically, doesn't it?
Yeah, symmetrically, just for the view. So here, these 2 minarets were built here just for the decoration. They are not functional here.
Right.
So Ulugh-Bek's madrasa was built by Ulugh-Bek, and it was the main and the biggest one in Samarkand. It was built here, and today it is the equivalent of the high school, as the high school. But it became so popular, and the educated scholars were teaching here. It became later an academy. So academy would be equivalent to the institute or university today. So the students who wanted to study in this madrasa, they had to go to the other madrasas first, finish their education in the other madrasas, and then come here to Ulugh-Bek's madrasa and finish their education. The madrasa which appeared here is called Sherdor. Sherdor is translated as the building with tigers. You see? Do you have the 200 bill with you? Uzbek 200 bill. It's green.
Kay will. Kay is the money keeper.
Yeah.
She's very wealthy.
Yes.
Yes.
There it is. You see? You can keep it as a memory from Registan Square.
Oh.
So that's the tiger.
Yes,
which is right there.
Yeah.
Good thing it's very new build, so you can keep
It's
it
a nice
actually.
one.
Yes. So Sherdor, the building with tigers. Probably you know that Islam originally does not allow any pictures. So any pictures of the human beings, of alive things which were created by Allah, because this way you're trying to stand in the place of Allah, trying to copy him and do everything that he did. That's why it was not allowed. First of all, the people, they give me some new information as well. Like, whenever some people who are really interested, we tell them absolutely everything. Why is it called so? But inside there is a golden mosque. So that's why that place is called Tindakari, because everything here is decorated with gold. And it was like that originally before the restoration, because just like in the previous place, if you will look on the walls, you can see some original parts. You see? This one, the square is left for you as the original one. The one over there as well, you see? That one shows you that there was fire here. In Soviet times, this place, unfortunately, was used as the storage. So, especially in the times of war, when there was no enough place here inside, in Samarkand, many buildings were used for another purpose. And this one, it was used as a storage for grain. So, during World War II. So, can you imagine how many rice and breads were here? And they ate all the ornaments inside. That's why not much has survived from the original decoration of this place. Everything is after restoration. And told me, he will tell me that we didn't see anything like that before. We didn't see any decoration like that. It is old. Before you saw the tiles, you saw the mosaics, you saw the majolica, but you didn't see any decoration, any painting like that. It was so beautiful that the carpet weavers, they were coming here to gain that ornament and to weave the carpet, because many people wanted to come to to Samarkand and visit the Golden Mosque, but not everyone had that opportunity. But when they would buy the carpet, the praying carpet from Samarkand's Golden Mosque, they would leave the piece of their heart here in Samarkand. So, right in front of you is the mihrab niche, again facing Mecca, and you can see the sign on the top, which people call swastika. Yes, but originally it is Buddhist sign. It means eternity. It's like one hand is giving hand to another one, and this is the cycle of life. So this is eternity. And you can see just next to the mihrab niche, the minbar. It's easy to remember minbar by minibar, but it's minbar. That's the place where Mullah starts preaching. So originally there should be
not the stairway to heaven, James.
Originally there is either 6 or 7 steps. Symbolically, each step belongs to one person. Like the first one belongs to the common person for the prayer for the believer. The second one belongs to the muezzin, the person who goes up the minaret and calls all the people for the prayer. The third one belongs to mullah. Mullah is the one who is praying in the mosque, or who can come to your house and pray there if you want to. The fourth one is for imam. Imam is the person who is allowed to be the rector of the madrasa or to be in charge of the whole mosque.
The imam.
Imam. Catholic Church. So the sixth one is for Prophet Muhammad, and the last one is for Allah. So the one for Allah should be free, free all the time. So it should be empty. Like Mullah, when he starts the prayer, he goes up, he gets inspiration from Allah, starts the prayer, goes down and continues either next to the first step or next to the mihrab niche. So that's the function of the minbar. Here you can count 11 or 12, 11 steps, because people, they were adding steps one after another to become closer to Allah. But originally in Bukhara you will see 5 steps, 6 steps, not more than that. So the most interesting and the most beautiful thing here in this very mosque is the ceiling. Oh, it's not dome, it's ceiling because it is absolutely flat.
Really?
It's just the illusion because everything that you see on the blue background, it is all absolutely flat.
That is flat.
Yes.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. After zigzag, that everything that you see on the blue background is flat. Before the blue background, it goes up. You see? But as for the blue
After the
background,
picking
it is
shears.
all flat.
Yes.
So it is the illusion from the bigger leaves, when it goes to the center, it becomes smaller and smaller, and it gives you the illusion that it is dome. But it is absolutely flat, and I will prove it to you now. Because there is a museum of the old pictures of Samarkand. Pictures of Samarkand. The pictures that you will see everywhere around here were taken from 1880 until 1940. So within this period of 60 years, all these pictures were made. So the first three pictures that you see, these are the old pictures of Shahizinda. Shahizinda is the holy place in Uzbekistan because it is the place where the cousin of Prophet Muhammad is buried. All the descendants of Timur family are buried there as well. So today this monument is on our itinerary and we will go and see it. It's shining with new colors because it is also after the restoration. Also some of the walls were removed here, some of the domes were added, so you will see here everything by your eyes. So the second one, because today what you will see is absolutely different. It is absolutely different. And that's it. I wouldn't tell you much. Like the upper part of the main entrance, it was all restored. Then the minaret, you see?
Yes, this is where we were this morning.
It's fantastic restoration.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
That looks like a Roman ruin over there.
So that's the first
Is that where I
madrasa.
just walked up?
Yes, this one.
I walked up there.
And that one as well.
The leaning the other way one.
Leaning. That one, you see, it was leaning on this side, 1 meter and 70 centimeters. Then using the hydraulic jacks, they made this building straight. And that's the picture after the minaret was made straight.
It's time to go the other way now.
They worked so well, you see. Now it's leaning to the other side.
1932, this was
1932, yes.
Sorry.
This is inside.
What fantastic foresight that the government had.
To do that.
Or did the church or did the Muslim world pay for it?
No, the entrance tickets. You see, for tourists, it's like 12 times more expensive than for the locals.
It's the same in lots of
And
places.
then they just take all this money for the monument, the 20th century. So these are the 5 most outstanding people of the 15th century. So Ulugh is of course among them. Did you come to Samarkand with that driver, right?
Yes.
So when you entered Samarkand, you probably saw Ulugh statue.
I think we did. I think
Did you?
I think James photographed it. Yes.
Okay, so it was just next to Ulugh
sorry.
Observatory. You will go there today and see it as well. So the first person standing from this side is Ulugh. You see, this one.
Yes.
So you will see exactly the same statue today. So that's Ulugh. The first one over here is his very good friend, whose name was Kazizadeh Rumi. So Kazizadeh Rumi was a teacher here in the madrasa of Ulugh in the observatory of Ulugh as well. So he was a very educated person, and he was the best friend of Ulugh. As for the second person,
Why has he
who
got
is-
his finger up? It's all
he
about.
was a very famous astronomer. He wrote a book about astronomy, and it was that book is used even today for science, for astronomy. Probably this is the reason why. I can't tell you for sure. As for the second person who is standing here, his name is Ghiyaseddin Jamshed. So he was the rector of this madrasa. He was the main teacher, even though the construction of madrasa was ordered by Ulugh, he never was the main teacher here. He was never the rector. So Ghiyaseddin Jamshed was the rector. The person who is standing in the middle, the tallest one, this person is very important for our history. His name is Ali Kushchi. So Ali Kushchi was a very good friend of Ulugh. But the thing is that after Ulugh was killed, was beheaded by his son Abdulatif, by order of his son, many buildings which were built by Ulugh they were destroyed, and libraries of Ulugh they were burnt as well. So Ali Kurshi was the one who took the most precious books, and he escaped to Turkey. And he also took the book which was written by Ulugh Beg. It is called Zidjiguragani. So the star tables of Ulugh Beg. And he took that book, he brought it to Turkey. There is explanation there how they found 1018 stars, the exact location of 1018 stars back in the 15th century. So Ali Kurshi saved
Halley's bubble, what's it called?
Comet.
No, the bubble, the machine, the
Halley's
telescope.
comet?
No, the telescope that's up in the... Something
So-
Hubble bubble.
that bubble.
Hubble bubble.
No.
A satellite
A
telescope.
satellite
So
telescope.
the book, unfortunately, we don't have that book here in Uzbekistan today.
Where would it
Guess
be?
where it is?
Turkey.
No,
Cairo.
British
America.
Museum in London.
Yes.
British Museum in London has artifacts from everywhere
They
around
have,
the world,
they have.
except for Great Britain, probably.
Yes.
So that book is kept in Great Britain, and our government is doing everything possible and impossible to
get it
bring
back.
it back. But today it is
They don't like to give things back.
Раньше у кого что-то есть, спихивайте.
Мне маршрутов нет в этом.
Болды. Tez yürüler çıkan. Aldım bir şeyler. Sağ ol.
This is a small workshop of Suzani's, and Suzani is the local embroidery. Originally, the word Suzani means the needle or the hook. So it all has to be handmade, and in the old times, when a girl was marrying, the first present that she had to give to her husband was the handmade embroidery, the handmade Suzani. Usually, they will use that Suzani to cover the shelves which were inside the walls. So they looked like the niches, and of course they were not very pretty because there were so much different. There were many different things inside, and to cover it, they were just hanging the beautiful Suzani on top of it, and it looked like the beautiful covering. So that was the original function. Today, Suzanis are used absolutely for everything. For the cushions, as a tablecloth. You can put it on your bed, you can put it on the piano or the table runners, absolutely everything. To get those threads, they use only natural dyes. You can see them here, like the walnut shells, like the grapes here. Is that silk? The cocoon. Yes, silk cocoon. So you can get, let me see, 1 kilometer, 1.5 kilometer. Location is also very comfortable. From here you will go to the main square. There's nothing here now, but from this door, which was here, you will go to another room, and from here you will go to the yard. So the location of the teacher's room was always very comfortable. The sizes, of course, are different because this madrasa, it lost its main function because there was the mosque here.
Yeah.
That's why the teachers' rooms, they're not as big as those that you saw before.
Yeah.
Well, today they all are the shops. Do you know what that is?
No. Horsehair.
Horsehair, yes.
It's horsehair, yes.
Horsetail.
Yes,
So that's
yes.
paranja. That's the veil that women would put on their head and cover. You see?
Horsehair.
Yes. You wouldn't see anything, like no one would ever see your face, but I can see everything from here.
Outside that.
From outside. You see
Yes.
that? I can see you. You can't
Right.
see me, right?
No.
So
I
women
need one of those now.
truly stunning.
See that on the factory, they do it really fast. Bukhara pattern, because it was sold in Bukhara, because Turkmenistan used to be part of Khorast, and for some time it used to be the part of Bukhara Khanate as well. And it was always sold from Bukhara because it was center of Bukhara. So that's the place where the girls, the loom, where they embroider, when they weave it. You see, this is original surface. It changed the colors. Have you seen how they change the colors? Yeah, because you can show it here. Decoration of the walls, it is all absolutely original. Nothing has ever been done here. So
Is that fresco or tile?
It's mostly.
monuments, they are all blue, because the blue is the main color of Samarkand. All the monuments are decorated with the blue tiles. Of course, there are other colors there as well, but blue is the color of life, because of the blue sky above our heads and the water which brings us life. So the majority of those buildings, they're decorated with mosaics, because mosaics is the type of ornament which used to be very expensive, and since Samarkand was the capital, the most beautiful type of ornaments were made here. As for KHIVA, for example, you will find only majolica in KHIVA. You wouldn't find much of the mosaics because all KHIVA is covered only with majolica. So what is the difference between the mosaics and the majolica? Of course, you know that, right? You can feel the edges here in mosaics because it is made with the small details. When you put them together, you get one beautiful ornament. As for majolica, it is just one piece and it is all colored. I will show you how this mosaic was made back in the 15th, 14th centuries. Today the techniques is absolutely different, but as for the 14th century, it used to be the following. So you prepare the piece of paper with the future ornament of the tile. At the same time, you prepare the tiles of different colors, white, blue, green, orange, and so on. So then you take scissors and you cut each detail. You see inside, it says the number of the detail and the color, like O for orange, this one is for blue, for white, and so on. So for example, you cut the first one, which is in the middle, which is supposed to be orange, and you stick it on the orange tile, like that. Then you take a hammer and you beat around it, and then you have a piece of stone in your hands, and you have to grind it for a long time until it becomes the exact piece like that, you see? So you grind it until it looks just like that. So then when you have all those details, you put them together. The master, he knows how to do that easily, and he wouldn't need this paper to see which detail goes after another. As for the apprentice, of course, he will need the paper to look at it as a hint. So when they put them all together, you see, this is how it looks.
Right. Oh, wonderful.
This is how it looks. So then they put alabaster on top, like that, and they wait for 20 minutes, for half an hour, until it becomes solid, like hard, like that. And when you turn it, this is the way it looks. You see? Then you take paper away, and then you have a piece of the mosaic in your hands. Wow. So to make one tile like that, it takes one master to work one day. To make 1 square meter of these mosaics, it takes 5 people to work a week. 5 masters. If these are the apprentices working there, it will take them at least 2 weeks to finish the square meter of these mosaics. As for this tile, it will take at least 2 days for the apprentice. So can you imagine how much time was spent to decorate all these beautiful monuments that you see? So this is what we call artistic mosaics. As for the majolica, is absolutely different. So there, to make majolica, you take a piece of terracotta, the clay, and you put it on sun, and you will dry it on sun for 2 days. Then you put an ornament here, you color it, you glaze it, and you put it in the kiln, and you burn it there under the temperature of 1200 degrees. When you take it out, this is how it looks. So you see, it is much easier, not as expensive as mosaics.
Yes.
So this is the second type of the ornaments. There is a third one, the one below, you see the one down there. It is called carved and glazed majolica. So just like here, you take a piece of terracotta, piece of clay, and while it is still wet, it is very easy for you to make the ornament inside, to carve it. Then you put it on sun and you dry it there for 2 days. So when it is dry, you put it in the kiln and you burn it under the same temperature. When you take it out, this is how it looks. Or if you want it glazed, before putting it in the kiln, you color it, you glaze it, and then you put it in the kiln. So these are the three main types of the decorations that you will see. The most beautiful place where you see the mixture of these three types of decoration is Shahi Zinda. This is one of the most beautiful places to see in Samarkand, and it is on our itinerary today, so you will see it.
And what did you say this one?
That one is for the
Они раскрыли этот секрет арабов.
So in 751 there was a big battle between the Arabians and the Chinese, and only Chinese knew the recipe, the exact recipe how to make paper. And then the Arabians, they took Chinese and kept them in captivity, and then they told them the secret of how to make paper.
Когда арабы возвращались по шелковому пути к себе на родину, этот секрет они оставили в Самарканде.
When Arabs went back to Arabian Peninsula, when all the way along the Great Silk Road, when they were passing Samarkand, they left the secret here. So they passed it to people who were living here.
И изначально в Самарканде делали бумагу из хлопка.
So the first paper was made from cotton.
Но из нее получалась не очень прочная бумага, она быстро меняла цвет, и крысы черви поедали ее.
But that paper was of very bad quality, so it was very easy to tear it, and then it was eaten by rat and mice.
Поэтому начали позже делать бумагу из льна.
After that, they started to make paper from linen.
Из льна бумага получалась нормально, но не экономичная. То есть очень много труда и очень мало количества бумаги получалось.
So the quality of the paper which was made from linen was quite good. But the thing is that you had to involve many people in doing that, because it was a very hard process and you wouldn't get much paper while you were working for a very long time.
И позже делали бумагу из тухлой коры.
So then people started to make paper from the bark of the mulberry tree.
У нее бумага получалась прочная, долго сохранялась, цвет не меняла, и даже крыс черви не поедали, потому что шелк не переваривается долго.
So that was the paper of the best quality, because it was almost impossible to tear it because of the silk, of the quality of the silk, because of the mulberry worms. And then the mice and rats, they couldn't eat it because of the digestion, they couldn't eat it. And also it would be kept for a very long time, so you could keep it for centuries and centuries.
И это производство длилось до революции, а после революции к нам пришла с Европы белая бумага, обычно дешевая.
They used that paper just until the revolution, so which was in 1917. After that, the usual white paper came to us, so there was no use of the silk paper anymore.
Она была очень дешевая,
It was very cheap. That's why people stopped making the silk paper, and they all started using that white paper.
Сейчас мы можем посмотреть весь процесс, как делается бумага из туфли.
Скажите, когда вы начали опять, возродилось это все?
Наша организация открылась в 1996 году по проекту ЮНЕСКО.
So by UNESCO sponsored the project to open this silk factory here and to again to bring back the silk paper.
Fantastic. How did UNESCO know about it? Did he approach UNESCO?
Как ЮНЕСКО узнала про вашу?
Нет, наша организация вообще открылась по проекту ЮНЕСКо. Она о нас не знала. Просто был семинар, и в семинаре была тема вот возрождения, древний вид, народный вкус и бумага там. Вот мы взяли за эту работу, и они нам помогли.
There was a seminar held by UNESCO, and the subject, the title of that seminar, it was to the rebirth of the Great Silk Road, and they wanted to bring back all the arts that used to be here, all the crafts and arts. So that's how they found out about them, and then they opened this very factory. So we can watch the whole process.
Они ходят, они просто минусуют, потом ходят.
Не, ну вот это особенно очень красиво.
Мне было интересно.
They put it, mill is whirling, it's crushing it, you see? Then it becomes like a porridge.
То есть все потом не превратится в кашицу.
Я только что сказала, yeah. So,
Потом туда.
потом туда. Да, то, что я им сказала.
Это тоже сказано?
А, нет, я уже посмотрю. Yeah, be careful. We don't want that. So after it is crushed here, after they get the porridge, they take it from here and bring it to another place, another room. Покажете?
Yes, I can see. Yes, do you want to
Can you see it? Yeah, watch your head, please.
It's heavy?
It's a lovely building.
Мешают с водой.
Мешаем с водой. Они свободно открываются друг от друга. Свободно плавают в разных положениях. Мы набираем, стекает вода, и они съедают друг на друга. Получается как
Потом сюда кладете. Но пока еще не.
Нет. Сейчас сюда берем и плетение получается прямо здесь.
So
Здесь пока не плавает.
they bring it here and they mix it with water. So then it is spread everywhere in the water, and then that's what they're doing.
Тут же получается плетение. Они оседают друг на друга. Вода рассыпает.
So then they put it up here. You see?
Doesn't smell, does it?
Да, одни листы бумаги.
That's one sheet.
Когда набирается там 50-60 слоев, мы вставляем все это под пресс.
So the process from bark chipping to stewing to porridge to is how many days?
Сколько времени, сколько дней вот это все происходит, чтобы один лист бумаги сделать?
Well, 5 hours.
Нормально 3 дня.
Ну не одну, много, да, делаете?
Ну, сразу одна партия 50-60 штук, 3
Usually
дня.
3 days. 3 days, yeah.
Потому что варится, сначала очищаем, варим, измельчаем, делаем, прессуем, сушим,
Because
потом поливаем.
they're doing that in big quantities, not just one. That's why it usually takes more time. If they would make one paper, it wouldn't take them much time. But of course they try to make more. So when they have 50 or 60 of them, they put them under the pressure.
And how long do they stay there for?
Сколько там она лежит времени под прессом?
Сутки.
One day. One day
Потому
under
что
the
там
pressure.
надо добавить пресс понемножку, там
And
каждый
every
полчаса,
single
час.
day they're adding that pressure.
Extra pressure.
Yes.
Потому что они Или мякоть же сразу давить до конца не получится.
Это уже после одного дня.
Да.
This is after 1 day pressure. This is after 1 day pressure. And
Потом
then they
и
stick it on the window to dry on the sun
на ровной поверхности, что она ровно высохла.
and make it even.
Yeah.
Oh, there's more there.
Yes, yes. He's got a diploma.
Do they have a colour on the paper? Do they have a diet of paper or
They have a color.
А так вот есть разного цвета.
Yeah, it depends on the color. Like if someone wanted this certain color, they add them.
Мне
But
кажется,
that's the
добавляем
original
сюда.
color without any paint.
Yes.
That's the original.
The raw.
Allah natural.
Yeah. Natural, natural. Yes.
Но она еще не готовая бумага.
But this is not the ready draw.
Макушка или можно камнем агаты еще.
So you can use either the shell or the stone added.
Цель полировки
You see?
Yeah.
You can feel it.
cup of feel, man?
Потом насчет цвета. Почему бумагу не отбеливали в старину? Если писать на белой бумаге черной чернилами, да?
Да.
Там очень большой контраст. Когда читаем, там глаза остаются, резинки, то есть бумага отделяется от нас. А на этом нет контраста.
Да.
Поэтому наши предки жили там
Для глаз.
70-80 лет, при свитерах читали несколько страниц, не имели очков и спокойно могли читать писать.
He's saying that this color of paper is very good for your eyesight because of the contrast. Like here, black letters on the pure white paper. So when you read it, your eyes they get sick. So they are tired. And when it is written here, your eyes wouldn't get tired very fast. It's easier. Yeah, it's much easier. That's why it was very comfortable for the local old people to use it because their eyes were not tired. That's why they never made this paper white like that.
Индиго, зеленый тоже индиго.
Look at these bookmarks.
Это явно орех, лук. Да, можно. Ты не можешь подождать пока. Это все сделано из бумаги полностью.
Только нитки настоящие.
Только нитки, да,
Да.
не бумажные.
These robes and everything that you see in this room, the bags, the Suzani, absolutely everything is made from that very paper that you have just seen. Except for the threads, of course, the threads are also made from silk. These are the silk threads, but everything else is made of paper.
Это хлопок уже.
Make it paper.
Film.
У меня была 6-метровая веранда такая. И вот мне еще... Я помню, еще. Вот эта веранда, ходила. И мы говорим, ну что там? То есть уже слышимся, уже знаешь, что скоро. Она говорит, нет, отменили.
Bilet mi?
İyi.
The portrait of Omar Khayyam, a very famous astronomer, mathematician, and the poet. Astronomer, he decided to make a print where he showed 6 most outstanding astronomers of all time. So Jan Hevelius, he decided to make this very beautiful print. So here he showed 6 most outstanding astronomers of all time, including Tycho Brahe, Ptolemy. Ulugh is sitting just next to the muse of astronomy, whose name is Urania. So that's it. Don't know exactly how it used to work. So as far as we know, there was a cart here, and that cart, it went up and down all the day and night long. So since this building, it was very high, 30 meters, so this rail went all the way up, and on the top there was the special instrument which was called goniometer. So it was measuring the exact location of the star. So there are gradients here, and when that goniometer will catch the exact location of the star, like this cart, it will stop, and that's how they were fixing the exact location of that star. I do not understand how it worked myself because I'm very bad at science. But today the director of the observatory, the one who knows all the history of this place, he couldn't explain that either. So scientists don't know for sure, but everything that you see below, it's all absolutely.
liked the concert.
What did you think of it?
Oh, lovely, lovely.
You're on camera.
Oh no. Oh, the singer and his voice. Fantastic. See you later.
My father was born in Central Asia. He moved to Afghanistan in 1930s and came back in 1992. But during he was in Afghanistan, he went to work for 20 years for UNESCO. And then also he was giving lectures in University of Pennsylvania in Philadelphia. And also he was a representative of the Afghan exporters in a lot of countries for carpets in that time. So he's still working here, even Saturdays and Sundays. He's a very young person, just the age of 93. That's all.
Give him a nice welcome.
Okay. And I tell sometimes that father don't do this or don't do that. He's still thinking that the children are still child. And this is always the parents they think about. Yeah, dyeing place where we dye the silk here, not with I, with Y. So, and then also we dye, this is for cochineal, for example, that's for walnut shells, and the other ones are for different colors. And once also, it's important to know that we wash the silk before we are dyeing it. Because if you wash the silk is forever. If you don't wash the silk will break. If you saw some scarves or some cloths, they break immediately. Sorry.
These are all your beautiful young ladies.
Of course they are, yes. Because ladies are always beautiful. If you have a word of L with A, with D, and with Y, they are always beautiful. Because they are mothers, they are sisters, they are daughters, they are wives. And then nobody can love you more than your mother. The first person in the world. And then, because if I'm a bad person for my wife, maybe she will not accept me. But my mother, even if I'm bad, I'm very good for her.
Where's my boy?
Yeah. So this is from where we take the design. The designs, they are more traditional designs, Central Asian and Caucasus. For example, this is a salor NC. Salor is Turkmen people, NC means the curtain for the yurt's door. So I took this picture from Sotheby's auction that was $80,000 to $120,000. And a lady from Italy that bought this carpet in 1995 for $134,000. Because this carpet is 150 years old. So this kind of old patterns we do again. So that's why the article of our workshop is Revival of a Lost Art. As I promised you, I want to show you how we make the knots so that you can learn yourself and do the carpets. I do for you in this carpet here, because I know the pattern of this one. Okay. So we have the pattern here that they follow where to do the knots, but they don't do actually this, because also if you make every day the same soup in your house, you don't need the recipe. So this is the same thing that they are doing always this design. This is a carpet for someone from, if you heard the name Tasmania?
Yes.
Australia?
Yes.
This is for them, and this room is all commission carpets.
All right.
All commission carpets that we are doing, because end of season we don't have enough carpets for sale, especially in 2008 it was like that. And the people, when they come here, they ordered carpets. Yes. And then if the people order, we are making also. But some people order, for example, different designs that they want. But in this case, they pay 100% in advance, because someone ordered his dog's picture in a silk carpet. In this case, we take the 100% money, because nobody else, if he's not buying one his dogs in his house to have the picture in a silk carpet. So, as I told you, it's very easy to make the knots. So I make for you one knot. Here, please watch it very carefully, and you can learn it very easily. You see 2 warp we have for one knot. We take one from the right, turn this, take it back. The second one we find from here, bring it over, take with this hook, and from inside of this 2 we pull it out, push it down, and then cut it. Right. Very easy. You see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And after each line, then we have the wefts that bring like this. But in this, I'm very fast to make the knots, I make 5 knots per minute. But this ladies, they make just 40.
Right.
But we have a lady, she is deaf and mute, she make 47 knots per minute. But she's not working all the time. So, and in this carpet we have 500,000 knots per square meter. So this carpet take 8 months for 2 people because this is 4 square meter. 2 million times we should do this knots to finish this carpet. So after I told you that each line, then we have 2 wefts. One weft is like this, and the other one.
Is that a silk? Is that silk weft?
All is silk. Even the warp, weft, everything is 100%
Oh, the warp
silk.
is silk too.
Yeah. And then after this we cut it. Cutting is with feeling. If you don't have the feeling, you make a hole in a carpet, you need to take everything out and do it again. It's also easy, but just need time. You see here?
So there's actually quite a lot of waste, isn't there?
Yes. Why we do a lot of waste? Because we can cut it this much also to not have the waste, because sometimes the knot, the one side of the thread that we take goes down, so the knot will be not strong. But the price of the total material is only the 15 to 20% cost of the carpet, so it's not that much.
No, it's the labor that
Yeah,
costs.
the labor is more. So after we cut it also, we don't have a lot of things that we can do it even. When the carpet is finished, we wash this carpet with a very hard brush, and all things that we couldn't cut it during the cutting, then we cut. They come out, and then we recut whole carpet from the beginning up to the end. Everything I can do myself, but the second cutting I cannot do it. The reason is I have very small arms, so for that we need very small, very big fingers and also very strong person.
This is virtually the same one. This has got, oh no, it hasn't got pomegranates. It's got pomegranates in it.
No.
Oh yes, yes.
There's a rare.
Yes, one piece there.
One pomegranate does not a Suzani make.
Oh, there's a
There you go. It's silk cocoon.
Is it? You don't put in there though.
You can take it out. It's good bonbons.
Sweet?
Sweet, yes.
Thank you.
That's sugar, is it?
Yes.
Did you put it in the tea?
Yes.
You can use it either this way or that way. The way it goes down here.
I like it.
So, all the silk carpets around the world, if you see, they look different color from the different side. Not only ours. For example, you see this carpet from your side, it's dark, but from my side, it's light. But if I change it, you will see the lighter color, and I see the darker side. We tell people that we are selling 2-in-1, and people say, do you have buy one get one free? So we don't have that. And also, like the English people say that 3 things are very important in real estate. The number 1 is location, location, and location. In carpets we have the same thing, color, color, and color. I will show you the same color carpet with same design, the same design with different color. It looks completely different carpet. So you see this one? This is the same design, but looks completely different. Because it's different color. Then this is walnut shells color background. And then the other one is cochineal. So we have the saddleback design also. This is the saddleback design you see here with the blue color that I wanted to show you. And this is one of the very old design of Central Asia. This also changed color if you see from 2 sides. You see?
Yes.
That's what's practicing.
And then, sorry. So,
The dance of the Duna.
and this is also with the blue and beige.
That's lovely.
Yeah, and we have with only beige too, but less light blue. Wow,
That
this
is
is nice.
lovely.
That is lovely.
They just
I know. We better get your act together on the doona.
I love that one.
I
Right.
do.
my wife likes this one. And then we can have this one in our house. But no, we have always this kind. What she likes, I told you.
Because you're only the deputy.
Yes, I'm not only the deputy, yes. And we have also, this is the Uzbek pattern. This is the very nice design of the Uzbekistan. The same we have with the smaller size also. See the changing color in this one?
Yes.
Looks like a face.
Doesn't it?
Yeah. And I just tell you the price of these carpets just for
Interest.
interest. The price of this one is 3,500 euros.
Gosh.
So it costs about $4,500.
Yes.
And the price of this one is $1,500.
Is it more coarsely woven than that one?
This is
There's
more
knots.
knots. What do you call in your
So-
country? More megapixel, yes?
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
It's exactly the
Yeah,
same thing.
yeah.
If you have more resolution.
DPI.
Exactly, yes. And then we have also Caucasian design with the same kind of numbers of knots and same thing and same price, but the colors are different.
What do you mean by Caucasian design?
Caucasus, from Caucasus.
From the Caucasus.
Oh, the Caucasus.
Armenia,
Yeah. Okay.
Azerbaijan in this area.
Yes. Yeah, I know.
And then we are in Samarkand city, so I want to show you the Samarkand design also. I want to tell you about the ladies working here. They just come to lose weight. So,
I need to come.
yeah, and we don't charge them.
No, always thinking of them.
I like this one.
I do.
It's very
I
nice.
like the pale one, yes.
I like
I
the paler
like
one.
the design. I like
And
the
yeah, I like
style.
the design, yes.
And this is a salor design from Central Asia also.
That's nice too.
That's
Always,
lovely, yeah.
I know.
always when the darker background carpet, the carpet looks larger. If the background is light, the carpet looks smaller. That one is bigger than this one, but this one looks bigger than that one.
It does, yes.
Because the dark background. And I want to show you Bukhara design also. This is Bukhara design. And people call it Bukhara, but never people made carpets in Bukhara city.
That's what we call Bukhara, isn't it?
Yeah, but never people made carpets in Bukhara. It was all Central Asia called before Bukhara. So that's for that reason. And then we have this one. This is King design.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh, is that the signature at the bottom?
Yes,
So did they do that first or last?
last.
Oh, they're beautiful.
Oh, they're beautiful.
Yeah. Now the same thing. That in the, if I tell you the dollars, this is $1,700. That one is $4,000. It's more resolution in that one. So the oldest design of the Fergana Valley is this one. As you can see it here.
That looks very modern.
Yeah, it's oldest pattern we have with different colors of this. With a pink color also we have it. ما دي شمتي. هذه بترى فيها الزهراء كلها. This is the madder root color background. And this one, even if it's not very nice, I must tell this is very nice carpet. This is excellent carpet. It's very beautiful carpet because this is our family design. And always it looks from also different colors. We have the different colors of this one. This is with the walnut shows color background. And then also I want to show you two silk and wool carpets too. Two of them I can show you.
What's the walnut shell color? It's like a ribbon.
Yeah, this is one. This one is with the 6 megapixel or 600,000 knots per square meter. That's with 9. So feel different. So we are making wool carpets. This is this is silk and wool. This is wool carpet. That you saw that that we are making upstairs one for the German people. This is also changing color like silk.
Sheen for
Yes, because this is like merino wool. It's our karakul wool from the neck of sheep. So just for fun, another time I will tell you the prices. $550, $450, $90.
I like the $550 one.
The middle one?
Yes.
I like the
Yeah.
middle one.
So
I've got too many of those red ones at home already.
and then we are making also kilims in our This is the finest carpet we have ever made, or we just started, with the 7 million knots per square meter, which is, I can say, the finest in the world, because we are not making this with the fingers. We are making this hook with hook. So we can even make finer than this carpet, but this much that you see here, that take 6 months to do it. So we have 2 pieces of this. One we cut it to the people can feel it, and the other one is on the loom that we are working on that. So it's very, very fine, and you feel it just like velvet. So we are making also sumak that you saw in the other room one. This is with the pure silk. So this is interesting, really. This is weaving and embroidery. You see in the other side. We have embroidery also. So this one is pure silk. The price of the pure silk is $250, and the price of this one, it's wool, it's $550. Even if it's smaller, because this is in some areas needlework. This is full embroidered.
Oh,
All
so
of
it's
them.
partly woven,
Yeah.
partly embroidered, fully embroidered.
Full embroidered. And from this we have very good ones like this one, that they are 3 in 1: carpet, kilim, and embroidery, all
There's
together.
pile there.
Yes,
There's
embroidery.
Oh, there he is. There is some important information.
film this. Film this.
It's very important that when the people working together in one carpet, 3 of them or 4 of them or 2 of them, first of all, they should be friendly with each other. Secondly, they should have the same speed in the work. And the third, one of them or team leader, and always they change place in one carpet, because everybody has the different pension in a work. So also, important is that I told you that we separated in 1993 men and women. Then we separated women in between also, 18 to 30 in these rooms, and the 30 and plus in the other, because the times they speak to each other, it's not the same.
Yes.
And it's very big difference in the carpet's quality that they do. But sometimes the people come and say, Abdullah, do you have a tree of life design? We had a tree of life design. I showed to them, and they said, wow, this is nice design, and I want it. They were from Vienna, from Austria. And I said, okay, how many knots in this one? I said, 500,000 knots per square meter. She said, I'm not agree with this. I want something with more than 1 million knots per square meter. I said, if you can wait, we can make it for you. I said, don't worry, we will make it. We will wait for that. That one take more than a year to make it. That's this carpet in here. I showed them this carpet actually, and this carpet, how they do this carpet from here, actually they cannot do it. They have the map that you can see it also here. They have it here, and they watch. We are in this horse, so we just finished this horse here, so we are in this line, and then when we watch where we should do the knot first of all, and then we should find out which color we should work this flower. It's not green in the carpet. Then we watch it here. It's a light green actually. Then we should find this green in here and make that and bring it here to make knot.
Yes.
So in this one we need more time. And time is money.
Yes. Yes.
Especially in this one we have more than 1 million knots per square meter. So then 2 people work in this carpet more than 1 year to make it.
Do they sign the carpet, the girls? Do they
Yes.
put their initial signatures?
All the carpets we have signature of the workshop, not from the ladies.
Not Fatima.
Not Fatima, yes. And these 2 ladies both they are not Fatima, they're both Shahnaza.
That is amazing.
Bo jak te budku? No, chatový spoj.
İçi al onları.
Yana ki. Reşude hanırız.
Neyim hanım mahzur.
Ben tarafışım ben. Hoş bulduk.
Ana bana istedim. Tamam.
Ne yapıyorsun?
Tamam var. Dur ben şunu bakayım.
باش کنی کسی خوره بیم هم نخودی من
Evet.
Bedava. Mohon. İngas giran, oydu giran, mohon çile bak. Vay dayı şu.
Bana düşür.
Ana وقت یک قیمت منشی خویده فرودگاه
Sababi ki babamız 40 yıl Arap İslam diyarda Peygamberimiz sizler hadis ettiler. 600 yıldan artık hadis ettiler. Şundan 7 milyon yeryüzü tanıladı. Şunda ondan söylediler. Seni kim okutken dediler. Elbette neyine aytarlar derkenler. Dağına özge taraf yaşadılar.
Ушкайма, болама, ярашама turuşusun.
And you're smoking on the job.
Really an amazing place.
You haven't been inside yet.
Not yet.
No,
We are
you
arriving
will.
now. Yeah,
So you're leaving the hotel tonight, aren't you?
tonight. No, we are leaving tomorrow morning. Yeah.
So are we, yes. We're going to Bukhara tomorrow. We meet
You
again.
will enjoy it, really.
O ses kocanları sen de bakıyorsun. Semre kapta görüyorsun. Neyse semre kapta görüyorsun.
Hello.
Which means blue dome, blue mosque. Outside two Muslims, the first by Timur, second by Ulubek. Then a lot of madrasa before, now reception, a lot of trade shops after independence. This mosque was built by Ulubek 1434-1435 in honor of his father Shahrukh. Before our people was prayer, then it was closed because we have downstairs very big active mosque. Every Friday days our people pray downstairs. Now after independence, after restoration, only twice a year. In Ramadan in Bukhara, Susanna, Mika, this way pray this direction. Then here is a different decoration, different pictures because a little bit was a Chinese, Pakistan, India, Arabic countries. There is a different craftsmanship. What we can do before. Now then, this is old design, new color painting. Not maiolica, no mosaic, only color painting. Downstairs new after independence, because from here 13 kilometers brick factories, and this is from brick factories. This is new. Yes. Yellow color. This is original. Yellow. Quadrant. A lot of trees, oak tree, palm tree, different design. Then there's a lot of 8-point stars. 8-point stars, which means the 18. This one, peaceful and health. For example, if I ask you, give me hand please. Assalamu alaikum. You ask me, wa alaikum assalam. Assalamu alaikum, wa alaikum salam. Peaceful and health for you. Same for me. Everywhere same ladies talking, oh how are you, good husband, not crying, a lot of, because same ladies, same men. If not time, I said assalamu alaikum by heart. I have no time quick home around. When wedding season, kissing ladies, men. Our Shahri subs, lady, men, not. Because problem, you know, everywhere. Restoration. This part, 7 years ago, our Shahri subs, 2,700 years. Very old city Shahri subs. The first name Tesh, now Taka, now Shahri city, subs, which means the green city. No, this part restoration. Then if you're crying, there's the acoustic echo. Allah Akbar. Allah Akbar. Acoustic.
Allah! Allah!
What do you say?
Going back extra.
You're married?
Not yet.
In the future, inshallah, after Shahri, because I said not 2 years ago, one to our guy. You're married or looking different colors. This one, hand embroidery, scarf and decoration, yes. Kancha nakane. This is €5. This one? €2. This one, machine cheaper.
So dear guests, now you know that my name is Delia, and I'm really glad to see you today in our wonderful city. So dear guests, and in front of you the pearl of Central Asia architecture, the gem of Central Asia architecture, which is famous all over the world as a mausoleum of Ismail Samani. The history of this mausoleum dates back to the very late 9th and early 10th centuries. And as you see by its form, it's cube, which is covered by the huge dome. Cube is a symbol of stability, symbol of earth, while the dome is a symbol of heaven. And unity of two symbolize the universe. All 4 facades of this mausoleum are quite identical. Even later on, we'll be able to go inside of this mausoleum as well. The sizes of this mausoleum is 10 meters on 10 meters. And as it's established by the local scientists and archaeologists that the foundation of this mausoleum is going deep for 10 meters as well. And as you see, this mausoleum made of fired bricks, but from the distance, when you're just approaching to this mausoleum, you can see that you can think that it's a wooden one. But when you come close, you can realize that this is brick. It's done from the fired brick. But it's very important to underline that it's not the ordinary brick. This is a special kind of brick which was mixed instead of the water with the camel milk. Halfly, yes. Thanks to this, and thanks to the diversity of the brickwork, this mausoleum can change its color depending on the position of sun. Yes, and it's magnificent white under the moonlight. About 19 different kind of brickwork were used for the construction of this mausoleum. Horizontal, vertical, round, square, and etc. So, this mausoleum was built by Ismail Samani, one of the main representatives of the Samanid dynasty. So he built this mausoleum on the top of the grave of his father. Later on, he himself and his grandson were buried here. So it's become the burial vault of the Samanid dynasty. Wonderful from outside, but it's amazing from inside.
Yes.
I'm sure that you're surprised by the diversity of the brickwork. And as I said before, 19 different positions of the brickwork were used for the construction of this mausoleum. Horizontal, vertical, round, square, etc. And the thickness of the wall of this mausoleum is 1 meter, 80 centimeter. Can you imagine? 1 meter, 80 centimeter. You can see it from that side. Yes. And if from outside, this is just a cube covered by the huge dome, from inside you can see a cube. On the top of the cube you can see the octagonal pavilion. Yeah. And you can see wonderful corners of this octagonal pavilion, beautifully decorated with the columns. And look on the squinches, which are going up, squinches on each 8 corners. You can see these wonderful squinches. And on the top of the octagonal pavilion you can count 16 corners pavilion, which are slowly changing to the 32 corners. And the 32 corners are changing to the 64 corners, and then the shape of the dome. And his grandson were buried here. And in 1940s, 38, 40s, when the Russian archaeologists found this mausoleum, and when they entered inside, there was a wooden floor. And when they found open memorial on the top. Thanks to this, we're allowed to come.
What is your name?
My name is Terry.
Terry.
Terry, and what is your name?
Samandar.
Nice to meet you.
My name is Samandar.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheshma Ayub. Mazar this is the place where somebody holy is buried, or the cemetery. And the word Cheshma means well, or the spring of water. And Ayub is the interpretation of the biblical prophet Job. Job's well. See? And the act of building of this mazar continued during some centuries. The first part, this is the huge conical dome, which has belonged to the 12th century, the highest point, you see? The second part, this is 2 semispherical domes, they belong to the 14th century, and the last part, the entrance part, was added in the 16th century. And the construction of this building in Bukhara is mainly connected with such kind of legend. Many centuries ago, when the Bukhara left without the water supplying, people came to the prophet Job and asked him to help. So he came to assistance, he took his stick and beat the ground several times, and from the ground appeared a stream of water, stream of holy water. And now this well is located inside of this building. The water is considered to be holy and curative. So, and now we're able to go in and to see this wonderful place.
So the water still exists?
Yes. The well.
Can you eat these mulberries? Do you want one?
Today it's about 44,000 square kilometers. But the main part of this area, of our area, is taken by the desert, famous as a Kizilkum. Kizilkum, from Turkish, translated as a red sand. And tomorrow, on the way to KHIVA, you will pass the main part of this desert, Kizilkum. So, and for many centuries, and even today, we are facing a big problem with the water. You can see at the Bukhara city in the center, you are here today. In the past, the main source of water was this river, the Rafshan. At that time, it came from Samarkand, and even today, it's come to Bukhara from Samarkand city. But you see that today, just getting Bukhara region, but not the Bukhara city itself. So, from here, it's divided on small canals, and mainly the water of the canals is used for the irrigation, and it is famous all over the world as a city of merchant, city of trade. during many centuries, Bukhara was on the Great Silk Road. And a lot of roads at that time mainly passed through the desert. And it meant that the merchants who passed this Silk Road, they need the water. So that's why, start from the 16th century, in that area was created the wonderful system for the water supply, for the merchant, for the caravans. And the name of this system was Sardoba. So what was Sardob? Sardob was a deep hole, about 15 or 30 meters deep, which was always covered by the big dome. And the Sardobas were always filled by the underground water or the raining water. And the distance between Sardobas like this at that time was exactly 38 or 40 kilometers. As that was the distance which a caravan passed per one day, from one water stop to the next water stop. And on the way directly from Bukhara to Samarkand, we have one Sardoba left. On one side of this road there is Sardoba from the 16th century, but opposite side of the road still you can see the old portal of the caravanserai from the 12th century. You miss it. You came directly from
Samarkand. No, we went to Shah.
If you made the circle from Bukhara, from Samarkand to Shahrisabz, yeah. But on the way, which is direct from Bukhara to Samarkand, you can see, still can see such kind of buildings.
And so would the camels actually go into?
No, that was only for the merchant.
They would.
And this is the inside of the Sardobas. You see, the inside of Sardobas were made like this. And there is a number of stairs. And thanks to the stairs, it was possible to go as deep as possible for the level of water. Because sometimes the level of the water was very high, but sometimes it was very low. It was depend on the season probably. So it was like this. So in the distance now, 38, 40 kilometers
a day.
So now you know that the
That's
distance
25
from
miles.
That's quite a lot considering how slowly the camels go.
Yes.
And there's the camel bringing water.
And now you can divide, if you go directly from Bukhara to Samarkand, the distance is about 280 kilometers. Divide it for 40, about 6-7 days to get the Bukhara by the camel. But with the less numbers, one of the beautiful mosques of Bukhara, mosque which is famous as a bolo house. Bolo house from Persian translated as on the top of the waterfall, above the waterfall. This mosque was built in the 18th century. But the second poetic name of this mosque is Mosque of 40 columns. As now, under the gallery you can count 20 columns. All of these 20 columns are reflected in the water, so it's become 40. Mosque of 40 columns. And I know that you visited the Isfahan some time ago, and I'm sure that you remember the palace there, Palace of the Emir. It's also called Palace of 40 columns, as they have the same style of architecture. 20 columns which are reflected in front of a water pool which is in front of this palace. It's become 40.
وإذا قيل لهم آمنوا كما آمن الناس قالوا
So yes, and now we're inside of the mosque, and you can see it, you can feel the difference of the temperature outside and inside. You can feel that inside is much cooler than outside, and all of this coolness is mainly created by the huge dome which is covered the building, and the thickness of the dome, which is of the walls, which is about 4 meters. Can you imagine 4 meters? So, but I would like to take attention in front to the niche, main niche of the mosque, mihrab, which is direction to Mecca. And I just want to underline that the main part of this niche is preserved originally from the 18th century. And the colors of this mihrab preserved so fresh because masters at that time mainly used the natural colors. They used the juice of the nuts, camel milk, blood of the animals, and after finishing the design, they always covered it with a wax. So wax preserved from the humidity and from the dryness. Now with the light, you can see the real beauty of this mihrab, the main niche. And you see that the floor of this mosque is fully covered by the carpets, prayer rugs. And some of the people are praying even now. So it's one of the favorite mosques of our local people. The decoration, what you can see around the walls now on the ceiling, it's mainly newly done. But the mihrab is preserved originally since the 18th century. And there are two kinds of the mosque in Central Asia, mosque of the open type and mosque of the closed type. So this mosque belongs to the mosque of the closed type, as it's closed from inside. But later we will visit with you the mosque of the open type. You will see just the courtyard under the open sky. But also there are the mosques which are divided on 3 types, mosque for everyday using, mosque for Fridays, and mosque for holidays. When I say holiday, I mean this big 2 holidays in the Muslim world, Ramadan, months of fasting, and Qurban is sacrifice.
Have to go 2 grams. Yes. That's all right. That's for 2 grams. All right.
Şundan ha?
I wish I knew what I got in. Look how he's putting it up with a syringe. The one I got in Dubai.
Same way?
It was a beautiful perfume shop. Yeah. Yes. But they were local, not Western perfumes. But you could get Nina Ricci but I said I wanted what the local ladies wear. I mean, why buy something that I can buy anywhere? Well, you know, you just use real oils to simulate those other.
Could you just all look and wave to James? He's coming down.
How much is that? $3. Oh, it's not $3.
That's a good contract.
What are we looking at?
The next will be the madrasa.
Madrasa.
Yes. If you remember, I said before that during many centuries, Bukhara was city of knowledge and city of education. More than 100 active madrasas were existed on the territory of the Bukhara in the past. And today we have 10 of them in whole Uzbekistan active, and 2 of them we have in Bukhara. And this is one of the active madrasa of Bukhara, which is famous as a Miri Arab madrasa. Madrasa which was built in the 16th century. And today, this is active madrasa for the boys. So we're welcome to go inside. Thank you.
But I don't see. I don't see.
Oh, that's fantastic.
In front of you, the main part of this mosque. The part, you can tell me the name of this part now? Mihrab. Mihrab. Yes, this niche which is famous as a mihrab. And look on the decoration of this mihrab, how it's colorful. And you already know the reason, that all the attention have to be to this direction. Yeah? To attract all the direction of the prayers to the mihrab, so that to the Mecca, that's why this part was so colorfully done. And look that it's shining as it's covered by the gold. Of course, after the Samarkand, you're not surprising. It was shining from the distance.
Yes.
Now, when you come close, you can realize that there is no gold at all.
Yes.
It's just the yellow tiles. But the quality of the yellow tiles is so high that from the distance, they're shining as a gold. You see? And this part of the mosque preserved originally since the 16th century. You see? These old tiles preserved originally since the 16th century. And if you come close to this part, you can see that this part is newly made, and the part which is upper is the 16th century tiles, mosaic. So you can see the exact difference between the newly made tiles and the 16th century tiles. Unfortunately, the newly made tiles, they are not so bright, not so fresh as the 16th century tiles.
Because the blue would be lapis lazuli, would be ground lapis lazuli stone.
No, I'm not sure that they use it. They just use the copper. Copper. Yes, for the blue color. But unfortunately, the secret of creating this the wonderful color, blue and green, is just mainly disappeared. At the moment, they don't know exactly what they use at that time in order to create. And you see that they're doing it now. At the beginning, it's fresh, but later, unfortunately, lose the color. So, and I just want to attract your attention now on this part. If you stay in the deep corner of this niche, you will be able to see the wonderful view with the wonderful proportion and the symmetry of the portal and two blue domes from both sides. This is the best view to see here.
Very good space there. I told you.
So for many centuries, Bukhara was city of trade and city of merchant. And that's why even one of the name of Bukhara was Madinat ut-Tujar, city of merchant, city of trade. And in order to develop this trade in the 16th century, one of the ruler of Bukhara, he specially ordered to build in the center of Bukhara 5 covered bazaars, or tops we call them. And all of the bazaars, they were built mainly on the crossroad. They had their own name, like the name of this trading dome is Takizar Garon, which means the cupola of the jewelry makers. The next one which I'm going to visit with you will be the trading dome for the makers and sellers heads, and the last one which is left, the cupola of the money exchange. Kosh is a Persian word and it means double. Two madrasas stand opposite each other and reflect each other like a mirror. The first madrasa, which is now opposite of us, it's famous as a madrasa of Ulugh Bek. Of course, after the Samarkand, no need to talk about the Ulugh Bek. No. As all the history of Samarkand is connected with the Timur and his grandson Ulugh Bek. And I just want to say that his first madrasa, Ulugh Bek, built specially in Bukhara. And this madrasa is now in front of you. And this is the first classical madrasa which was built by his order in Bukhara. You see, start from that period, all the madrasas in Bukhara were built by the same architectural construction. So this is two-storied building with a huge portal in the center and finished with two towers at the end. We call them guldastan. Usually the first floor and the second floor of the madrasas were mainly used as the lecture rooms, as the classes or the libraries. So, and the madrasa which is standing now just opposite of us, it's famous as the Abdul Aziz Khan Madrasa. The madrasa which was built 200 years later after the Ulugh Bek Madrasa. And if we compare these two madrasas, we can say that architectural style is the same. Both of them are two-storied with a huge portal at the center. But if you look attentively at the decoration of the both madrasas, you can say that the decoration is quite different. The Ulugh Bek Madrasa is a classical madrasa. That's why you can see mainly three kind of colors: blue, white, and green. A lot of inscription from Quran from both sides of the portal, and mainly the geometrical design. But in madrasa of Abdul Aziz Khan, you can see the diversity of the colors. You can see the yellow color, brown color, red color, and even I can show you later on the head of peacock and head of snake and the decor of the peacock as well. So we can say that this madrasa, as it belonged to the 17th century, there was a big influence of the Iranian architecture or the Persian architecture. See?
Tomane.
Kim bu?
Bugün bilen başka kıyıda.
Balasam birisi az, biri karaolana. Hizmet falan mı?
Bu oralara merkez her türlü Erebi başka, Kazakı başka değil, herkes her türlü.
My name is Sancho. I'm the guide of the local of these 4 people from Australia. So we start our trip from here, our tour. You now stand in the city which called Dishankala, or outside city. The territory of the outside city was 60 hectares. This was established in 18th century. Before there is no outside city, it was only inner city, Dishankala. So the civilization here starting from 4th century BC up to 2nd century AD, and especially on the left bank of the Amudarya. This is the old Oxus River. Today the ruins of the fortresses which was found starting the excavation in 1938 during the Second World War, it was stopped and continued after the war. After this war, there was found about 50 fortresses which is dated from this period, the period of Zoroastrian time, before Islam, where people mostly worship for fire. So today, in the ruins of these fortresses, today, especially about 10 of them are left. Most of them disappeared by nature. Project, what you see, this it was made by UNESCO in 1990. The first driving from Beijing to KHIVA by cars, and after this many people start to do any kind of transport.
Running. Come here. Now you have to go closer.
We are with you in the reception hall of the Khan, where he received the guests. Ambassadors made judgment about the people. You see this construction, we call it Ivan. It's like the local KHIVA house. You can find such kind of terrace, which is looks to north, keep all the breeze from the nose, make a ventilation. The first air conditioning. The reception divided in two parts. This is the summer reception. Inside you see the winter, but they have three entrances. The first used by Khan, second by prime ministers and ambassadors, the third by local people. And you can see the level of doors are different, not the same. Here, the walls here decorated by Maiolica, used instead of the carpets or instead of the Suzanne. And each brick here are numbered by Arabic numbers. And also it's support two big pillars, which is also dated from 17th century. The material, especially for the pillars, for the doors, most using elm tree or walnut tree. It's more than one. Modern one already cracked because it's not enough dry. If the wood not enough dry, it's cracked. That's from 17th century. Perfect.
Camera going.
Привет, Дика. How's Bibi?
Looks lovely and clean, doesn't it? They look gorgeous.
Have
a drink.
No, oh, it's nice and cold. Oh, heaven. Yes. You'd like to... do that. Is it salty? Salty?
Absolutely like bottled water.
Really? Really? I got enough problems with the plumbing department to push it a bit further.
Here's a cup for drinking.
Here's a cup for drinking.
Yeah.
Ну не знаю, как получится, посмотрим, да.
It's beautiful and cold.
Yeah.
I just like hugging the bucket.
Qué fresca, a ver, fresca.
Qué buena está.
Oh, very.
Religious holy water.
This is your office.
Oh, this is your office?
Yeah.
Ah.
You make a sacrifice in your office?
Sometimes.
Any ideas? Because we
the
live
people couldn't stay too long because it was so hot. They would just get their business over quickly.
I don't think so. We live in desert. Both sides. There's Kizilkum, when you drive from Bukhara, and Karakum, the south part.
Karakum. Yes.
Maybe, I guess you have seen this construction when you come from Bukhara.
That's a water well. Oh, a yurt?
Bingo! Yes, yes, yes, yes, yes. Boss. And your name, right?
It's amazing.
Okay. This is the here, in front of the ears.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, let's connect to skull cap.
What is this piece inside here, please?
Is the pearls, is the corals, is in robins, then the silver and gold and silver, of course, different things.
From
19th century. Yeah, and also here you see, here, for example, you can see this kind of jewelry in the keys. See?
Oh, yes, yes.
It means how many keys she has, so many jewelry boxes she has.
Oh, right.
Means show the richness.
Yeah. Yes.
Have you been in Bukhara in Golden Bazaar? Have you seen?
No.
It's near the Khanum Mosque.
We didn't go to the How long does it cook for?
Sorry?
How long does it cook for? How long is it cooking?
20 minutes maximum.
10 minutes maximum. 20. She's doing it. Is it pineapple? So pleased.
She used also
I'll
the
be
stamps
cooking the demonstrators
for
with my
making the decoration.
familjen. Kim? Bim. Vidare på trasammun och ettervärde. Arkadaşlar adam yok mu sen?
They feed it.
Feed them?
Yeah. After this, they put bushes above the worms. Where they start to make,
the cocoon for the darkness.
Yeah.
For darkness,
Dying.
yes.
For the roll around itself. So it became like this. A new one. After they're using the ash of 40 kind of these trees.
Right. For the dyeing.
Yeah. No. This is it's very alkaline. If you wash it, it became like this.
Oh,
Wow.
it's like money.
That's
the conditioner. Oh.
That tree, what
that's
he
lime.
keeps in his head, is ash from the tree. It's very alkaline. And after the silk became such.
How long do they burn? How long do they?
Sen bak, ilvasın. Üzümünü soğuk batırıp 5 gün çıkarıp düşürüp yiyoruz. Bundan keyin savurusunda 1,5 saat kaynatıyoruz. They wash it 5 minutes in this.
Is that all?
This water. After they salt water, they boil it. İçerler 1.5 hour. They boil it in salt water. It's became the black.
Oh, isn't that lovely?
Door. Each carpet, of course, can take 3 months.
She looks a tiny dot, doesn't she? You have to put your arm out.
Sparkling. Both, please.
Adı? Gazlı tombak. Gazlı.
Ich war da auch am meisten Rat. Ich habe eine
Still, please. Thank you.
Gegen Gesundheit. So.
Ich mag auch nicht so Thank you.
Aber wenn ich mit den Freunden, wenn ich sage, dass nein, ich mag nicht, muss ich sagen, du bist krank.
Just push this way, yeah?
That's right.
Ich bin nicht krank, sage ich.
Put your camera.
Thank you.
Vor einem Monat, genau vor einem Monat.
I can't see.
I can.
That way.
No, I can't. Push play.
Play. That's.
The Khan and 4 his wives, of course. Opposite, he lived the concubines. Almost, approximately, was 45-50 girls living here. And before there is no entrance, so this door can't enter to his harem through the secret way. Nobody doesn't know when he come, with whom he spend the night. When he just come, the servants give all the girls here, and the Khan from this window through of the ring. Which girl take first, she spend the night with the Khan. This kind of choice. Yeah, because first for him it was entertainment. Imagine 40 people fighting for small hearing. What about the wife of the Khan? They try to dress very rich because in Islam world have such kind of divorce. After divorce, she have to leave this place and she cannot take nothing which has before. She just take all the thing what she dresses at the moment. Wow. That's why 10, 15, sometimes 20 kilo of jewelry, what you have seen in the madrasa, they wear every day.
Yeah.
Can't divorce.
They have to leave.
Divorce anytime, find any reason. That's why. That open door, it was dining room.
También el campo de su familia durante